He waits, as they all do, for a sign, a warning, something to set events in motion. Few warriors realize that the battle between heaven and hell is constant, ongoing, incident after incident. Part of an unending chain. The domino principle, that's what scientists call it. One thing happens that triggers another and another and another. And in the end, all will be revealed, no matter how wonderful or hideous the result.
Check it out. Any day can be your last, so I tuck the heat up under my arm like I was supposed to with the cast. You hear the blast, it's just a regular occurrence. Probably a shorty out for props, busting shots for the fuck of it. Satan's ideology, many young motherfuckers get stuck with it. They pump their pride with it and think they're untouchable. But little do they know that around the corner lies the same type of motherfucker claiming that they're dysfunctional, then blam, another shorty lost at the hands of another man. But it ain't nothing new. Every day created by the Lord sparks a new clan, clique, or crew, and with all this formation comes rivals. Live by your rep and die for your fucking titles. I take a walk at night just to see another rumble. Any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last. Any day could be your last. Any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last. Any day could be your last. Any day could be your last in the jungle. I knew this kid Harrison, pumping mad heroin, stacking major chips, simply in it for adrenaline. Rushes, ducking FBI till the task force rolled up in their buses. Crushed his empire with the quickness. He posted bail was out with the swiftness. Back to square one, so we thought. Acquired his dope and jetted back to the block. To his surprise and shock, sales were slow. And later he learned that his main nemesis kept the block on rock when he was locked in the row. This made the kid heated. He gathered his arms and retreated. Plotted the death of the rival drug dealer. The clientele stealer was going down for sure. To Harrison, this meant life and death, peace and war. Later that night, he stopped to grab a bite to eat. He thought he saw the kid, grabbed his gun and checked the barrel. Discharging around, he killed himself, his fate was narrow. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. 12-year-old kids catching bits from murder cases. I've seen barrels tear ligaments, destroy your faces. It's evil. These young motherfuckers fail to realize that life doesn't come with the motherfucking sequel. It's grim. Chances are slim and life is trice. Doing your best in this world, it will suffice. The hard way's the only way these young thugs learn. Eternally rested in hell, the souls burn. According to the actions of the man, fate is dealt. I've seen a lot of shorties die for props and title belts in the streets. Compete to be the hardest, it's retarded. A love and care of family is highly disregarded for real. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Take it from me, the legendary entity. I've been through it all, from warfare to fatalities. Life is real and should be lived to the fullest. Dedicate your life to crime, and the only thing you'll be acquiring is a straight bullet to the chest. Dying at the hands of another man is hard to digest, lying in eternal rest. And that's real. Coming to you from the God MC, mysterious entity equated to eternity. Cause I've been through it all. I've seen the weakest rise and I've seen the strongest fall. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle. Any day could be your last, any day could be your last, any day could be your last in the jungle.
till I enter. Get caught in my crosshairs, fucking around. You catch a hole in the center of your chest. Top 5 that are alive, coming out of Arizona, Arizona's best. No question, peep the jewels and gems that I be dropping upon this track. Never giving out fair warning, so consider this a blessing. Before I grab my Smith and Wesson, lesson in your chances of survival. Surrounded by the fittest individuals, outlasting any rapper that wanted to set it. Your last recollection of life is my face, the ambulances and the paramedics. I'm putting pressure on these people like it's barometric, with geometric methods more complex than the pyramids. My presence is elusive and mysterious, so when I'm passing by you, hear yo, there he is. But before you look, I'm fucking gone. Focused on this mission to a war, I must respond. What?
Shinobi.
I don't fuck around.
Yeah, but you know the drill. Shinobi.
Yeah, coming out rough with this year.
You better have fear.
Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Hey yo, my time is limited, so in haste I must discuss the issue. Let you know that 27 missiles are incoming to your direction, unless you cease to flexing, but I doubt it. So you best to have a pistol for protection to reroute the bullets that be spraying from my chamber. I'm the epitome of danger, no stranger to the pressures and extensive measures that must be carried out. The war, you'll get buried out near the Atlantic shore. No traces falling from the face of this earth. I'll clear all information that was once attainable through searchable databases. This FN 5.7 erases and sticks up cats throughout the staircases, taking you to places unheard, taking you to places unseen. Your feet swept clean by the Sodom machine. I'm known for shattering dreams and gathering cream by any means to the fullest, simultaneously collecting ammunition, but I'm also ducking bullets. What?
Shinobi.
I don't fuck around.
Yeah, but you know the drill. Shinobi.
Yeah, coming out rough with this year.
You better have fear.
Bitch, get the fuck out of here. This is dedicated to hip-hop. Hip-hop and what it means to me, right here. My first true love.
Hip-hop is politics, on the street politics, a way of life, a way of thinking. Hip-hop is a culture.
Hip-hop runs the world right now. It's been like that for a couple decades. Hip-hop is the most used and sought after brand in culture.
It all started at the age of 16. Artifacts caught the wax, that's them. Little did I recognize this was the start to something that would never end. My love for hip-hop, that is. Well, anyway, I ran those LPs down until they wouldn't play, and memorized every single word that they would say. From there on out, I had to search far and wide for real hip-hop to administer this high I couldn't shake. And you're this bond you couldn't break between me and my first love, known as hip-hop. I took her everywhere with me, that's how the ball dropped. And there was no stop to her extensiveness. I used to roll oo-wops and carry a boombox. Her taste, it was simple, not expensive, kid. All she asked was that I take her out, and so I did. From the parks to the train station, Joey slid.
Rap is something that's being done. Hip-hop is something that is being lived.
Yeah, that's what hip-hop is. It's the way you dress, it's your style, it's about the culture you live in. It's not just saying, yo, I do hip-hop. You gotta live it, all that. So it's a culture, and we're all part of it.
Everything we do, like if I hand this to him, you know, I'm gonna put the hip-hop twist on it.
And although her form became corrupt over the years, she holds me down with 87 and 97. That's when things were clear and not murky like they are right now. For the golden age of hip-hop, I have to give a bow, because that era truly molded me as a human being. And even though I wasn't alive in that moment of time, I am seeing how it was through the mental images artists from them were painting. With the endless possibilities awaiting, there was no telling all the knowledge and the wisdom I'd be gaining from acts like the Wu-Tang Clan, with their wise words being spoken, transforming me from a boy to a man. And peace to Nas, without you, son, how the fuck would I rise? Hip-hop's my life, the way that I be living, the energy I radiate, the spirit that I'm giving.
hip hop is lost. It's gone. It's not at the forefront of America because, or the forefront of international culture because they're afraid of it. But right now what everyone wants is rap. Rap and hip hop are two different things. Rap is, my video,
I'm giving major thanks to Beat Junkie 82, OG the Don, the Ninja, son. Without those two, I wouldn't be as far as I have come today. Those two channels made hip-hop accessible to me, and now I'm knowing that I'm incontestable. In the realm of 90s gems, you just be a decimal compared to what I've gained. Just to name a favorite of mine, what do you be knowing about Citizen Kane's Black Rain? On mathematics, learn to earn. Little did I realize that for an upper I would yearn. But hip-hop, it's got me locked, and this relationship won't cease until my heart stops. But even then, in the spiritual world, she'll still be my main piece, she'll still be my main girl. Hip-hop, I'll love you till I die, for the main reason that you never left my side.
$6 million ways to die. Choose one. Choose one. Choose one.
South Bronx, BX Gold Soul, check it out, on the law, check it, yo, fools be drugged out, in the staircase, shit is bugged out, 6 million ways to die, they chose the drug route, I chose the thug route, hustling to the next sun out, breaking the graveyard, check the skeletons in my closet, so crack in my lobby, you can ask my grandma about it, the livest, illest, realest nigga from the boogie, snotty nose, lil niggas trying to catch a gypsy, I ain't have a pops and my mom used to whip me, to get it on my own, I learned not to be a pussy, they shook, cause half-ass thugs afraid to look, man ain't shit sweet, why should I play by the book, left hook and the right jab, fighting like I'm Zach Duda, but still I'm man enough to come and shoot ya, intruders, so never trespass, can catch a test blast, you're trying to blood bath, be smart, stop acting dumb man, before you die today better ask God for some luck fam.
From this earth, you just had to cross my path, knowing that I put in work. When it comes to making lies quickly flash, I'm the worst. All you're seeing is your birth, from my face to the dirt. I know my worth, and my weight Beretta spray set you up, making crowds evacuate. Carefully I calculate, drastically I navigate throughout this world with all this variation and death. Lives will be taken faster than Shinobi takes your girl. They say life's a bitch, so I fuck that bitch hard enough to make her toes curl, and her eyes roll around to the back of her head. Cause it's born alone, die alone, I'm already dead within the city. 8 million stories untold, and 9 of 8 million stories, 6 million withhold. Tales of lives being taken, pertaining to death. So as long as I'm around, I'll be training so the next motherfucker never has a chance to take my last breath. It's life and death. We refuse to take our last breath at the price of anything less than causes natural. Storming through this world and life, our force is masterful. Living to the fullest extent humanly possible. Through strain, struggle and pain, rank is gained. Another day is dawning and another soldier slain. Our guards and surroundings remain well protected. While conquering this life and death, here's our perspective. My slang spoken, broad daylight, pistol pulling, provoking. Calcium phosphate crystallizes my bones. Now my opposition's open, bleeding and soaking, and need a medical attention, fatally flowing to eternal rest. Like Tupac said, I'll be the last motherfucker with my breath, and I refuse to die. Laying on the floor with bullets scattered throughout the plate on my chest. It's hectic due to the facts surrounding crews refuse the same perspective. I have to walk around my grounds heavily armored down, protected. Souls resurrected through writings, executed perfectly through mics and rare sightings. Forever I'm striving to stay alive while the murder rates are climbing and rising, and snake cats be devising to dim the light that is shining off my soul and my presence. How could I afford to be pronounced dead? Take this life my essence. We refuse to take our last breath at the price of anything less than causes natural. Storming through this world and life, our force is masterful. Living to the fullest extent humanly possible. Through strain, struggle and pain, rank is gained. Another day is dawning and another soldier slain. Our guards and surroundings remain well protected. While conquering this life and death, here's our perspective.
Blacking out my conscious speaks, it seems I oughta lost it. Got it all together, mind's intact and my vision clear. Got the beast up on me, watching my every move. They trying to stop a brother. My style razor sharp, give this everything I got. So my life's on the line, my uncle locked up. Feel the presence of the enemy. Got real street brothers that be trying to attack, and I can't blame them. Every day we living at risk, taking that chance for spread. If we don't have it, what we need it. Was raised different, survival mode. In the Bronx is where they keep us on the slow slant. To the point of the return, cause it's life and death. We refuse to take our last breath at the price of anything less than causes natural. Storming through this world and life, our force is
life
masterful.
And death. We refuse to take our last breath at the price of anything less than causes natural. Storming through this world and life, our force is masterful. Living to the fullest extent humanly possible. Through strain, struggle and pain, rank is gained. Another day is dawning and another soldier slain. Our guards and surroundings remain well protected. While conquering this life and death, here's our perspective. Hey yo, my legacy will end peacefully, not through tragedy. I'm gonna perish silently and casually. And once my soul passes throughout the 5 atmospheric layers of the earth, me and the galaxy again are reunited. Hopefully my wrongdoings go overlooked, and I wasn't misguided, because when I reach the spiritual realm, all of my actions, whether negative or positive, will abruptly be reminded. An omnipotent position of seeing my existence from day one to my burial will quickly be ignited. The universal scales will weigh, and my eternal fate will forever and perfectly be decided. What?
Moments of wisdom are few for the new warriors. They come from unexpected sources. But always, warriors feel events churning around them, spiraling, closing in. Some sit and wait too long. Others listen to their instincts and prepare.
Let's take a look at our existence, the places we've been, the people we've seen, the ultimate persistence of life, and the dreams that we have molded. Many motherfuckers fell, and many motherfuckers folded, but we stood tall through it all. Playing the corners with our backs against the wall. Very dangerous and trite facts we can recall. Easing the pain through the constant weed smoke and the alcohol. Me and MC Gel else had to link. Because before you know it, son, your life can be gone in the blink of an eye. I've seen the strongest warriors die, the weakest warriors rise. Fathers and mothers, they constantly cry because their kids be catching bits. Years I've known for years, facing 25 to life for these crimes they have committed. Living for the day, not knowing that if they continue to live this way, that they will soon decay and the legacies will be written. Cause when the 45 spray, only the devil is benefited, and I'm outfitted in army tactical apparel. At 21 years of age, I have come much too close to the smoking barrel. I can't call it, so fuck it. I live my life to the fullest while everybody else is either diabolic, addicted to drugs, or an alcoholic. I'm not for it. Let's take a look at our existence, the places we've been, the people we've seen, the ultimate persistence to life, and the dreams that we have molded. Many motherfuckers fell, and many motherfuckers folded, but we stood tall through it all. Play in the corners with our backs against the wall. Very dangerous and trite facts we can recall. Easing the pain through the constant weed smoke and the alcohol.
Let's take a look at our existence. For a moment, we're not atheists, Jews, or maybe Christians. We're just human beings walking on this planet Earth for whatever it's worth. On the daily, we try to make things work. A 9 to 5 is normal, typical hours. First, you get up, brush your teeth, and hop in the showers. Cause you know, the bills ain't gon' pay themselves. And you do know that you're only 12. And don't you go spending money on some stupid shit. I learned the harder way, that's the dumbest way to get a bitch. In the long run, people call you blabbermouth. It ain't no fun, cause now they testing you just to show the guns. My advice, stay away from the trife life. The last thing a mother wants to hear, her son died last night. So if you smart, leave the streets alone. Otherwise you'll be left with a bullet in your dome.
Let's take a look at our existence, the places we've been, the people we've seen, the ultimate persistence of life, and the dreams that we have molded. Many motherfuckers fell, and many motherfuckers folded, but we stood tall through it all. Play in the corners with our backs against the wall. Very dangerous and trite facts we can recall. Easing the pain through the constant weed smoke and the alcohol. At the age of 16, I was inducted, instructed to bring the motherfucking ruckus to anybody that deduct us. Fuck around and kiss these knuckles, motherfuckers. I can truly say nobody struck us or even tried to buck us, because I was the toughest. Of course my title was tested, but everything invested in me never let me be defeated. I was too hard-headed to be exceeded, and never thought that I would be laying on the street bleeding. Fighting was feeding my accumulated anger. It didn't matter if you was a stranger or not. Looked twice in my direction, then you was getting shot, but not by weapons. When I was a younger god, my intentions were to take it back to 87, but my intentions failed. Cause now I'm 21 and it's 2016 and everybody's got a gun. No more fighting for fun. Let's take a look at our existence, the places we've been, the people we've seen, the ultimate persistence of life, and the dreams that we have molded. Many motherfuckers fell, and many motherfuckers folded, but we stood tall through it all. Play in the corners with our backs against the wall. Very dangerous and trite facts we can recall. Easing the pain through the constant weed smoke and the alcohol.
Hey, tell me a story about those robots.
Robots, okay, there's these greasy ass robots, dude. There's some hard working, rusty motherfuckers, dude. They had rust and everything, dude. Hepatitis C, 9, you know what I'm saying? And one of them said, and the other one said, what the fuck did you say? And the other one looked at him and he pulled out a ray gun. He said, somebody came by and said, nigga, poured a bucket of water on them all and said, fucking called it a day.
I remember back in time when nobody had a Glock. It was mostly based on skills to prove that you could rock, but not no more. Little shorties act deranged, stare at them strange, and your brains don't meet the street. To compete, that's the hobby. When I was young, we used to just throw fists. Now you got kids packing 45s posted up in the lobbies. All out war is their approach, and if you think they're joking, then they'll leave your body soaking on the real. I'd love to go back when there wasn't any steel, just a raw deal. And yo, it's you versus I, and after a fight, nobody had to die. But time flies, and things differ. Never in the future did I picture friends being swept like a Swiffer. Life is taken, and it is given, and I am fully focused on my life and fully focused on my living. Recollect on the years past and all my peers and friends who got blasted by the force of the iron. None of them had left children, so the legacies and names are steady dying. That's why I'm rhyming to uphold the names of those who fell throughout my songs. So whether they dwell in hell or heaven, they know that the true and living seven represents. Back in the days, all we did was get bent. This was our motivation to travel far, rolling up blunts of skunk on the golf course or in the graveyard. It didn't matter, cause by the end of the night our heads were fucking shattered. Posted at the park after dark around 12. But before that I grabbed a 40 off the shelf. All we used to do was kick it back when I gave it all up to take a journey back then. Remain special cause you can't bring it back. So cherish your life in the present, not the past. Dwelling in the past will never lead you to a future. Become the next statistic or a drunken bum loser. The choice is yours and I choose to reminisce about a greater time when we used to use our fists to settle scores. But now you got shorties packing metal, starting wars, holding down forts with artillery on all fucking floors. I ain't about it, but it's out of my control. I take my emotions and rewrite them to the pages I be writing. And recollect the times when all we knew about was fighting.
Yo, let's have a moment of silence and I'll politely send you my condolence. This wrath I'm holding could shake the ocean, tsunami motion. Step to the game with no bag of tokens, just straight devotion. And some hurtful slogans that'll leave your whole cerebral swollen. Strike down like golden when these words are spoken. A merciless omen chosen out the flame to show the world who's soul and golden. Exposing smoking with these tactics and perfected methods for them skeptics. I'm bombing Nagasaki in every message. Quote is the resurrection of the real rap. Mumbling rappers about to catch a real smack. I hope you feel that. Shit on your faculty with ill facts. I'm known to kill tracks with less than half the effort that you still lack. It's cold soul. Masters of hazard gather to splatter your brains to batter. Severing spinal cords and serving limbs on silver platters. So don't get crazy. You approach me hasty, I'll leave you shaky. Shinobi, show them how you wreck shit out in Maisie.
Say your prayer. Ain't nobody stopping us here. We murder you motherfuckers. Yeah.
Every week I be fighting, defying those who choose to step to me, cause they lack the knowledge that my mind state is treachery. It's dangerous, it's quite disastrous that a young god like myself has already mastered this and is moving at a higher rate than they could ever demonstrate. I illustrate, I activate the beacon. Missile seeking heat, they be shrieking every weekend, floating like the silver surfer over the horizon, reaching out and finding you like I was Verizon. Advising you be thinking for your speaking, cause coward cats is leaking off this blade that I be sneaking. My Lincoln was a 7-7. My presence is known because my force and fear plus my calibrated weapons. An army of one run, I won't be evacuating until the job is done. I'll be the rising sun, I'll be the force of life that doesn't need a gun to get tried. Cause the wisest warrior shall succeed without a fight. one floor, though what I bring you don't concern me. Cause I am set on sights like Cyclops when the beat drops. Hip-hop is in my veins, it shall remain. Always bringing pain like Method Man would. Back the fuck up like Donix, hopefully that's clearly understood. Raising hell like DMC. It's the one and only cat, no Shinobi, so you best to be on your guard when I arrive. Punks jump up to get beat down and most don't survive. I thrive on the dots of the past, the present and the future. It brings a blast of my adrenaline. I hold nouns and analogies as synonyms. I'm unstoppable, exceeding me impossible. Stepping to me, highly illogical. Think again, MCs getting this because they can never win.
The mind of a god and not a devil, it's essential. My mental resides in higher credentials, so I can identify, defy, and disassemble potential prime minister, sinister criminals. My power is the opposite of minimal. Unlike the non-traditional, unoriginal individuals, I'm unpredictable, producing the unthinkable. Every time I grab the mic and recite ill spiritual, lyrical genocide, I left the strongest man petrified, destined to be great. You can see it in my eyes. I smoke opponents like a prime time. MCs love to make the same mistakes with the simpleton mind states, only exemplifying crime rates and how they supposedly get the papes. I wouldn't spend a nickel on the mixtapes. Hip-hop is filled with swag fags and narcissistic faces. The whack MC is one of many modern day praise disgraces. I leave them all forsaken.
Must get dissed, I'll enlist a battalion. Led by God, he will ride in on a white stallion, wearing a pectoral medallion or a crucifix. I will nix your vile tactics. My style is thermodynamic. I will cause a systematic vexation in the mind of the militia. Start a holy war against the vicious, the ones who behead and cause massive fucking dread in the Middle East, annihilating the unholy beast. Force you to feast on a meal of swine. The divine warriors of the IDF will defeat Allah with the man fucking Krav Maga. Fed up at the last straw.
Check it out. Any day can be your last, so I tuck the heat up under my arm like I was posted with the cast. You hear the blast, it's just a regular occurrence. Probably a shorty out for props, busting shots for the fuck of it. Satan's ideology, many young motherfuckers get stuck with it. They pump their pride with it and think they're untouchable. But little do they know that around the corner lies the same type of motherfucker claiming that they're dysfunctional than blam. Another shorty lost at the hands of another man, but it ain't nothing new. Every day created by the Lord sparks a new clan, clique, or crew, and with all this formation comes rivals. Live by your rep and die for your fucking titles. I take a walk at night just to see another rumble.
You better have the right, get ready.
Going up, you all alone in these streets, cousin.
I'm new
to this kid Harrison, pumping mad heroin, stacking major chips, simply getting it for adrenaline. Rushes, ducking FBI till the task force rolled up in their buses. Crushed his empire with the quickness. He posted bail was out with the swiftness. Back to square one, so we thought. Acquired his dope and jetted back to the block. To his surprise and shock, sales were slow, and later he learned that his main nemesis kept the block on rock when he was locked in the room. This made the kid heated. He gathered his arms and retreated. Plotted the death of the rival drug dealer. The clientele stealer was going down for sure. To Harrison, this meant life and death, peace and war. Later that night, he stopped to grab a bite to eat. He thought he saw the kid, grabbed his gun and checked the barrel. Discharging around, he killed himself, his fate was narrow.
In these streets, going on? Get ready, they better have it right. Get ready. In these streets,
going on?
12-year-old kids catch your bitch from murder cases. I've seen barrels tear, ligaments destroy your faces. It's evil. These young motherfuckers fail to realize that life doesn't come with the motherfucking sequel. It's grim. Chances are slim and life is strife. Doing your best in this world, it will suffice. The hard way's the only way these young thugs learn. Eternally rested in hell, the souls burn. According to the actions of the man, fate is dealt. I've seen a lot of shorties die for props and title belts in the streets. Compete to be the hardest, it's retarded. A love and care of family is highly disregarded, for real.
They better have it right.
Going on?
You all alone in these streets, cause it's live like my 93 shit phone 5.
Take it from me, the legendary entity. I've been through it all, from warfare to fatalities. Life is real and should be lived to the fullest. Dedicate your life to crime, and the only thing you'll be acquiring is a straight bullet to the chest. Dying at the hands of another man is hard to digest, lying in eternal rest. And that's real. Coming to you from the God MC, mysterious entity equated to eternity. Cause I've been through it all. I've seen the weakest rise and I've seen the strongest fall.
The left, I take the right. I lack the fear within my sight because my sights are set on the never-ending power that's assertive and direct. Any disrespect indirect shall lead you to a crisis. Shinobi, yes, he slices. A universal warrior equated to a titan that was trained in the deadly craft of siphon. Separate molecules and hyphenate words. You best to be arriving when I activate the surge. Stomping down the curves with finesse that I'm possessing. The lesson of the day is addressing and contesting your innermost demon. Cast that shit out, leaving Satan's whole army fucking bleeding. They're proceeding to my messages. My essence is meant for this. My presence is one with the elements. My relevance is wide. I hold the force of life to conquer and divide. Conquer and divide. Conquer and divide. Trained in the deadly craft of fighting. Shinobi is a titan every day and every night. And I'll be writing with the pen and the sword. Now combining and uniting. Inciting any battle, bring it on. But you best to know that my strategies were gifted all along. Uplifted, I am strong with the elements of one. My presence is the sun, the 7 is my mind. Nature runs its course as these forces now combine. Planning my attacks in the subterranean. I be forging my blade and a Gundanium. Any blade that's composed of titanium will shrivel. I'm not the type to walk along your path and act civil. Your state of mind will fizzle once I launch off these missiles I be packing. I flash before your eyes, there's no reacting. I'm subtracting all the known threats posing. Meant to be entity, I'm chosen. Supposing you're opposing and you want to go to war with the god. Soon you will see that once the smoke clears and the foggy haze, Shinobi will be the last warrior equipped with his blade never jaded. Dipped in the shade, I have gone and invaded another territory, another soldier lost, and another sad story to be telling. Shinobi is compelling and relentless. Some be saying, yo, how'd you get that skill? And I be saying, yo, God sent this directly to show these whack motherfuckers how to kick rhymes correctly. Respect the persona I have gained, or you'll be another motherfucker that was murdered and slain and doused by the flame. I'm arraigned for the sole fact that I will not conform or obey. I reformed and conveyed all the strategies collected. The younger god is rising and his craft is now reflected. Trained in the deadly craft of fighting. Shinobi is a titan every day and every night. And I'll be writing with the pen and the sword, now combining and uniting. Inciting any battle, bring it on. But you best to know that my strategies were gifted all along. Uplifted, I am strong with the elements I'm one. My presence is the sun, the 7 is my mind. Nature runs its course as these forces now combine. Trained in the deadly craft of fighting. Shinobi is a titan every day and every night, and I be writing with the pen and the sword, now combining and uniting, inciting any battle, bring it on. But you best to know that my strategies were gifted all along. Uplifted, I am strong with the elements I'm one. My presence is the sun, the seven is my mind. Nature runs its course as these forces now combine. Driven by the forces of those who were close to me that died. Rest in peace to those who aren't alive. I thought that I would mention that since the passing of some friends, I was lifted to my ultimate ascension. Near-death experience has taught me many lessons. But if 10 motherfuckers want a battle, yo, just pull a Smith & Wesson and start blasting off. I was built for battle, always hard, never soft. I'll be the one and only God, known as Shinobi, that is opposite of evil, and I only roll slowly. I'll be the ill and swift, known mostly as a myth. When it comes to forming thoughts like a super, yo, I'm swift. And yo, I'm back for a vengeance. Sentences hold deep dimensions with infinite intentions. Arizona's up and coming rapper that is surely worth a mention. Hopefully you have the comprehension.